Isn't Visage and Mirana known to be good against Gyrocopter? That's what I feel.
Envy getting pressured under the tower. They glyph for this too, and Tiny's coming in.
That is a smart glyph. Usually you save your glyph to be able to win the mid lane, but this is a great opportunity for them to put pressure onto Eternal Envy. They are going to be able to get him with the Avalanche, slow him down. The death pull should be enough to finish him off, and that's going to be your first blood. Top lane, they're going to go for the dive. Eternal Envy super low, but trying to get the healing salve. He will be able to juke around a little bit, but the death pulse finds him. Couldn't really get far enough away. Universe, they're going to deal with the missile. Pylai comes in from behind. They should be able to get it. Now the sleep, and good draw of aggro there. Pylai pulls the creeps to himself to make sure that Arrow has a free path to be able to line up on GGG and gets the kill. That was a cute little play from Pylai. 4-2 as the 10-minute bounty runes are about to spawn. We're going to see both the teams try and position themselves to contest. That's why Visage is here in the jungle right now. He really wants to make sure they can't actually steal that. PYW does manage to get it, gets the AoE stun onto the birds, but they're trying to target Shin Q. He pops the Ghost Shroud to protect himself a little bit. Now the Lina on the other side does manage to hit up on the Bane. Reaper's Scythe will manage to finish off there. He's getting a little bit of heal off of the Death Pulse stacks, fortunately, and that just means Fnatic going to have a hard time killing him, and they're going to try and go for the Familiars, and they're going to try and use that to go mid.
Q does have the Yule Scepter.
I mean, he has to know about some of this, but there's so many heroes coming in. He has the Yule Scepters. He also has the Ghost Shroud. They managed to get the stun out. Ghost Shroud dodges so much of that damage, and he will be able to get back to the Tier 1 tower area. Fnatic unsuccessful in another gank.
Nothing feels too good here as...
Oh, Pylai just instantly gets the Laguna Blade. Yule Scepter goes on to prevent him from getting off the Nightmare or the Brain Sap. He finally does get it off on XCJ. Not able to get a kill from it, though. Again, every single time we start approaching those 5-minute bounty runes, we're going to have some sort of fight in these jungle areas, and that's exactly what Universe was trying to set up there with Pylai. Universe is going to throw an arrow to try and protect it. LSA goes out, and they do manage to get a really good slowdown there from the Phoenix. Yule Scepter goes off to be able to dodge a lot of damage. That just sets up the tiny millions, but he keeps on missing the sun. PYW, a beautiful setup, but it's not good enough. The Supernova already up. They have to retreat. With Alina dead, they have very little damage left. So Fnatic, they do manage to win this initial fight, but PYW, he does have another opportunity with that blink. They're going to go for the Yule Scepter from Shin Q, slowing down this Visage. Now he jumps in for the Visage Familiars. They jumped in. They managed to hit the stun with a follow-up arrow. The Reaper Scythe is not going to be good enough. They completely whip that one. Now, maybe, just maybe with GGG, they will be able to pick up one kill, and that's Universe is out of leap charges. Do you think he's going the right build? Centaur stun, nice double Centaur stun. The LSA's going to be a little bit too late for that one, and GGG just gets blown up. XCJ, he's going to be next on the firing line as Abed is able to take him down. Fnatic this time around do not manage to trade Pylai for anything worth it. In fact, if anything, Abed may be caught here. PYW is going to toss him back into the team. That is a beautiful placement. They do throw out the Supernova, but there's so much damage to be able to protect it. The arrow's going to come in, but the egg does explode still with all of Serenity focusing it down.
Fnatic, this is what we were talking about. Mid-tower with the Aegis. You need to be able to grab this. Serenity, you don't want to give this up for free. There's no pressure being applied on the side lanes. Universe is going to connect to the rest of his team.
Look at should be the big fight. He feels like he's so tanky, and he might be right. The Yule Scepter being used on an Enraged Ursa. That was not the initial.
He in the middle of everyone.
The Supernova, it does manage to go throw down, but the BKB activated by GGG with a flat cannon does manage to take that out.
This is a disaster.
Fnatic just falling apart now. This best of one, they get all wiped. And Aegis come back here for Eternal Envy's Ursa, but he's got nowhere to run to. He can't blink out. That is 6 people dead from Fnatic, all for an Ogre. He's going to try and go now. Goes for PYW with that in range. Instantly hit by the LSA. All that damage slayed up. Universe comes in with a BKB. Still focusing on that support. Tiny with a Fiend's Grip. They will be able to take him down, but Serenity, they're going to call that fine. They take a tier 3. You take a Tiny. We'll accept that trade-off. Back up. Probably take your shrines, but Fnatic are not going to let them get away with that. They don't want to give them any more objectives. They try and push forward. See if Serenity break apart. But that's not the case. Serenity actually stay as a deep 4-man here inside the dire jungle. Are they going to stumble into the Roshan attempt? They're going to throw out the arrow.
The arrow hits.
Shin Q, that's pretty good. He's at half HP. They may just try and get this one. XCJ, he's going to try and stop someone. Stop Pylai die from being able to get Fiend's Grip, but it's still enough to be able to take out Shin Q. But now Fnatic have to start retreating. XCJ, a little bit trying to They do manage to get a Nightmare out on Selena, trying to set up on him, but he managed to get off the BKB before the birds drop. Now PYW comes in and just starts beating down PYW.
And he's got some bashes.
Supernova already going down. He does manage to get the bashes coming in, but it's not enough to be able to win that fight. But maybe on the Lina, it's almost enough. The Reaper's Scythe is not enough to be able to stop him from killing the Lina. And now Shin-Kyu has to start backing away from Eternal Envy with no Ghost Shroud up for 3 seconds. They do manage to get the stuns. He gets a little bit of a Spirit Vessel. Shin-Kyu is still surviving though, and Fnatic retreat back to their shrine. GGG threatening them with the missiles. But Fnatic underneath the shrine will feel like they can still reset. Serenity, they're fine with the way the team fight is gone because they can go straight back into Roshan and claim that Aegis and cheese.
Envy buys out his BKB. This is the big fight. Serenity, they need to grab a Rax here.
PYW just goes for the quick kill on to Pylai Die. DJ comes in, does manage to hit some pretty good fire spirits, throws out the Supernova now. That's why GGG goes in. They need to be able to get the bash to protect the Supernova, and it's not good enough. GGG may die, but that's just going to be the Aegis, and there is going to be no go down. Universe is doing pretty good, but Envy still ends up falling. Abed gets some really good control, but there's just no damage to follow it up as Universe has already blown his BKB. Instead of just being a distraction, which for the most part, that's what it's been.
The early gem pickup from the Ogre is going to pay off. Fnatic now playing blind, but they're going to smoke up anyways with no vision.
Pylai Die, he's going to be the first one to break the smoke. XCJ is on the front lines as well. PYW is going to jump in, try and go for the Bane. Universe immediately tries to see that opportunity to go for him, but they're also blowing up Abed. Reaper's Scythe comes in, takes him out. He does have a buyback. Eternal Envy turning with his BKB, but they just kite him around. This is the power of the Scotty and the Gyrocopter. Eternal Envy has nothing to be able to hold on to. The Moonlight Shadow drops the sentry, and there goes Envy. Slowly but surely, maybe not so slow, PYW does a lot of damage onto that tier 3. So Fnatic, they've got to come up with a response and fast. Otherwise, they will no longer have that tier 3 to rely on. Shin-Kyu takes a lot of damage here. There goes that Aeon Disc, and he will be able to protect him. The Supernova goes down, but they get the V's grip onto the Gyrocopter. The Supernova still dies from ZYD. He managed to focus that on the back lines. Universe tried to go for the assassination attempt on Lina, couldn't quite get it and dies instead. He does have a buyback, but he's holding on to it now as he sees that his team is successfully repelling Serenity. Jump in from PYW, he jumps and tries to take Eternal Envy, he managed to get the Laguna Blade. There goes the Eternal Envy, there comes the buyback, and Reaper's Scythe cuts down the Phoenix with no buyback either. He's dead for 2 minutes. An arrow comes out, another swing and a miss there from Fnatic as they just seem to have no lockdown. Pylai Die, he's just gonna die to flat cannon shots, not like this, Fnatic. A lane of Rags gone. Serenity, they see one more to go and they will have Megas, and they'll probably have the game in the bag.
Fnatic, if you get Mega'd here, that might just be all their hopes and dreams.
Trying to jump in, immediate Yule Scepter from ZYD, stopping Eternal Envy. He tries to turn, but he can't really go on Shin-Kyu. He's already ghost shredded, so he goes PYW, but he's the last man standing. Eternal Envy calls it GG from Fnatic. Team Serenity will move on in the International, and Fnatic will be eliminated.
That is such a disappointing result for Fnatic. One of the 2 Canadian players in this tournament, Envy, now knocked out.